Hello and welcome to episode 5 of the Catching Up podcast with Ananya and Katrina, two college friends who are doing their best to keep catching up while pursuing their goals and dreams. We just made it through Thanksgiving and now we're entering the holiday season. So today we're going to talk about hosting. And before we do that, Ananya is going to get us started off with a quote from Dr. Dean Ornish.
The need for connection and community is as fundamental as the need for air, water, and food. All right, Katrina, let me get us started with the first question. Do you like being a host or being a guest?
I think it depends on the situation. I do really like hosting, and I do like being a guest at some things, but both, I guess. What about you?
I think I like being a host more. I feel like I'm a really controlling person and I like to control things. And I feel like that's why I love hosting. And I don't know, there's some pleasure, joy I get doing things for people, bringing people together. And so I really, really like hosting, and I'm usually the one making plans. But I would enjoy being a guest too, but it's always rare because I'm the one planning first. But I like that you're also the hosting kind because I know you've done some Thanksgiving dinners for us.
Yeah, I would say I like doing like the holiday things. So I like last year we did Friendsgiving, Chinese New Year, and then I like smaller like weekly things. Like people used to come over once a week and do like a little thing. But I don't know that I would do like a Friendsgiving level hosting event every single week. Like that's a lot. But I like doing them occasionally and like having stuff to look forward to.
Cool. What's your favorite part about hosting? Like, what's the part that you like to take control of the most?
The part that I like to control the most,
Yeah.
I would say I like the music and the lighting. Like, if you can control the music and the lighting, like I feel like that's the whole like ambiance vibe of the situation.
Katrina
And
has a
I feel like when
playlist
you
for
have like
everything.
weird, yeah, when you have weird, if it just like doesn't go together and the lighting's bad, especially if people want to like take pictures and you have bad lighting, like, yeah. So lighting and pictures. I used to have like the string lights on the wall, and I feel like those were really good for ambiance versus like a lot of apartments and houses just like have nasty overhead lights
Yeah.
and you just got to do something else.
It's funny because I feel like my thing stems from pictures too. I feel like aesthetic of a party is so important. Like it makes it or breaks it. Because that's the first thing, like people comment, that's the first thing they see and they decide if it's going to be a success or a fail. And so I put so much effort in like decor, and I want like everything to be a certain way and really pretty and aesthetic. So I feel like take a lot of effort in making things look pretty, and I feel like that's where the joy starts. And then the
Yeah,
food.
yeah.
And then the food. Food is so important.
Yeah, I feel like it's like you're like curating everybody else's experience. And there's like a lot of little things that go into that that you have to like be careful about.
Okay, so you said you prefer like small, intimate gatherings, like weekly, and then a big party, like occasionally.
Yeah, I think it's just like about the energy that has to go into it. Like when you have a big party, like and there's so much planning too. Like you got a lot of
Yeah.
people, you got to be like on the whole time. You got to have all the food and all the like everything sorted out, right? Versus I can do like this like lower energy things more regularly. And I feel like I like being a guest at like big things because it's just like so social, but I also don't have to be the person who like puts all the energy into it.
It's funny. I love big parties. Like I would, if I am resourceful enough, I would like throw big parties all the time. I love big parties. And I had this list in college where I knew whom I'm going to invite, and it was like almost everyone. Like I don't even think about it. Like friends, enemies, everyone needs to show up. Like everyone needs to be there. I love big parties. And then I would go all out and do the decor, do the food. It used to be not exhausting for some reason. Like it used to be so much fun, and like seeing people you just wouldn't see normally. Um,
Mm-hmm.
I love having people I've beef with. at the parties too, so I would like invite them.
You just like the drama.
I love the drama. Like that's where the drama begins. But I also like that even if I'm not friends with someone, they're friends with somebody else at the party, and it just
Hmm.
like lightens up the mood and it brings everyone together, and that's what parties are for, like bringing everyone together and also like forgetting about your grudges and starting anew. Yeah. It feels like our energies are a little bit down today. Do you think we would have been more excited if we were still in college about hosting and we're more private now? Or what's the change?
I think time is the change, at least for me, like time and energy. I feel like in college you have a lot of extra free time, and when you're working 8 hours a day, you just don't have the same energy to do that. And so I think having the time and energy, and then also like, I feel like we had so many friends in college, and you just
Right?
know
There's no one to
everybody.
host.
Versus now, it's yeah. Like I have a,
Yeah.
I don't know, I have close enough people here that I could like host little things, but I'm not gonna go
Hmm.
host like a dinner, like a Friendsgiving dinner for like my entire program. Like it's
Yeah.
different.
I totally
Why do
agree.
you
And I feel
think?
like when I've like moved here, I've had like friends come over and I've like hosted them, but it's not like hosting a party or like a gathering. It's just like
It's like hanging
having
out.
friends over. Yeah, and I feel like
Yeah.
that's also part of hosting. It's just like changed
Yeah.
completely because we're like long distancing, but
Hmm.
it's not the same. And I don't think I know enough people here to be able to host. But I feel like if I stay at some place for a long time, and if I make enough friends and meet friends of friends, I might be able to get back on it. But right now, it's just like, I don't know if I'm comfortable hosting because I just don't know. And I feel like the energy where, oh, everyone can come in, I don't care, that has changed. Like, I would like to know people I'm going to have over.
Yeah. Yeah. I feel like it is not necessarily more private. It's just like there's fewer people. Like I feel like my college apartments, I really set everything up to host versus here at my new apartment, like I don't know that I would, it's like not set up to host a ton of people and I didn't intend it that way. And so I think it's also just like a different stage of life.
Yeah, and I feel like as college students, you were dumb enough, or I was dumb enough to like have people and let them open the bottle of champagnes inside the apartment and have the energy to like clean it all. There was like confetti and champagne. There were people throwing up all over the apartment,
Oh my
and
god.
it was okay. I don't think I can do it again.
Yeah.
I don't think I can do the cleaning part.
Yeah. Yeah. I would say
Yeah.
I feel like I did pick good friends because they would clean up after themselves. Like
Yeah.
I have friends who would like wash everybody's dishes and things like that.
Oh my God, I remember that party. You're referencing to.
Yeah.
Um, I feel like I've never done like small parties because it's just like, oh, I want to invite this person's gonna feel bad, so he's gonna come for sure, she's gonna come for sure, and then the list got like 50 people now. So that's always been big parties, and there you control some parts, but once everyone's in there, you have to just let loose, like whatever is happening, let it happen. Um, I definitely enjoyed your parties where everyone was like more sane. And then we were able to like connect more because we were playing games together and then just like talking to each other. So I feel like that's definitely really fun too. But then I had a big time just like looking at all the mess the bigger parties created, and it's definitely
Mhm.
part of stories too.
Yeah. Yeah. I feel like I don't know, I did a lot with people from classes. So I feel like it was more chill because of that.
I think I've done a lot with the Indian community. And so like I've had like all of the community come in. And then I always invite like all of my friends, internationals. And so it just became huge by itself. And then I kind of invited everybody who like lived around me too. Like, oh, I'm throwing a party, do you want to come? um Yeah,
Yeah, you're
but
like,
it would
sorry for the
not.
noise. You're welcome to join.
It's so crazy. They still always complained.
Really?
Yeah, and we had
They're
like
no
cops
fun.
come up, and then they're not fun, and they're like students are like, "Oh, we want to sleep, but it's Saturday, bro."
How late was it? I feel like you never had anything like that late.
I feel like I never did like huge things after we met, but before, like my freshman, sophomore, almost junior year, I threw big parties. And then every time
Why didn't you throw
cops
as many when
showed
you were
up.
older?
I feel like just I'm a lot of my friends graduated. And then
Okay.
I feel like I was under so much pressure my senior year that I just could not think about hosting parties. I felt like guilty about partying. So I didn't host as much. I threw Galentine's, which was a lot of fun, and I
Mm-hmm.
like did all of the decor, and my roommates like helped me out a lot on that. So I feel like I did like one thing, but it was all girls, and girls are not that messy. But when like
Yeah.
guys join the troop, they have no limits.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. But I feel like it's just like wasn't that careless anymore, and I just could not think about opening champagne bottles. My senior year, I was more mature to be able to handle that. So, what would your dream party look like now? Like something in the future, but what would it
Honestly,
look
I don't
like?
plan on hosting too much for the time being. I feel like I just like
Mm,
don't have enough time and energy right now. But I like where I imagine my life going is like eventually when I have a family and stuff like that, I want to be like the house that like invites all the neighbors over and like where all my kids' friends come over because it's like the house that hosts everything. So I think eventually there, but like I think where I live right now and the stage I'm in right now, I just like don't see me hosting anything big at the moment. What about you? What's your
I
dream?
completely agree with that. Like, I feel like I get so much joy in being that person who like welcomes everyone, and then like
Hmm.
it's just like I want my house to be a happy place. Like whenever you're sad, you just like walk in without even
Hmm.
thinking, and you have a good time. I always want to have open doors for people. But I think about my sister's wedding a lot and like hosting a bachelorette party for her. And like
Yeah.
that's my dream party I'm planning for, and all of my friends are gonna be there. I'm just thinking about like my friends, everyone in India, and getting that like cultural experience, but I want to make it big and like it's gonna be fun times.
Yeah.
So, and all I can think about, I think I'm a very I love blingy things.
Me too.
So it's gonna have like disco balls, and it's gonna be just so much bling and so much fun time. And that's my dream party. I would love to host my friends in India. I think that's the dream. Like I want to show them my life there, and
Yeah.
I want them to like see and meet my friends in India and my family, and I feel like that would just be a different time. So I'm
Yeah.
really
A little
excited for that.
crossover
Hosting,
episode with
yep, yep, hosting everyone in India. I think that's the dream. And I love the place where I come from. It's like there's so much culture that I want to show it to everyone. Like I want to
yeah.
get everyone cultured.
So do you have any pet peeves when it comes to hosting? Like things that guests do or things like that?
I feel like everything's fine, just like don't throw up. Or even if you do, like I don't want to clean it. I just don't want to clean up. Um yeah, just don't
I feel
create
like
a.
that's a very basic requirement.
I know, and it's like really basic. I don't care what you do, just don't throw up because I don't want to clean it. And if you can clean up after yourself, throw up as much as you want. I don't care. And if you use the restroom, I'm fine. Just don't throw up in the middle of the living room
Yeah. Yeah.
because that's like it will kill the party.
It will.
Yeah, yeah. Otherwise, I don't care. Like, eat as much as you want, break whatever you want. It's not my home right now. And then they already have the security deposit that they never give back. So just break
Oh
whatever you
yeah,
want.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. And then, yeah, do whatever you want. Just don't throw up.
Okay.
Don't leave early. Don't leave early. And don't say no to dancing. Like, dance. Do whatever
Yeah.
everyone's doing.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, be a
No
sport.
party poopers.
Yeah. Just don't leave early. And do not make me beg you to join the party. Like, please just come. I want you there. Like, do
Yeah.
not make me ask you like 100 times to show up. If I'm inviting you, you're important to me. Just show up.
Yeah. Don't
Yeah.
chase, attract.
I always chase. I want to attract, but I always end up chasing. What about you?
Um, I've never had anybody throw up at my parties, so that is not on my list.
They're
But
scared of Katrina. I'd be scared to do that.
oh my gosh, one of them. If you ever use my bathroom, do not leave the toilet seat up.
Oh, yeah.
Like when you, I'm not even gonna include this. This is so gross.
No, honestly, it makes sense. It makes sense. I don't care, but I know people who do care a lot. And
Yeah,
there's this
'cause it's
whole
like you're-
TikTok section about it.
It's like whenever you flush the toilet, like stuff like
The
goes in
germs.
the air, and my toothbrush
Yeah.
is like on the counter. Like,
Yeah.
yeah. Um, but I would say when it comes to guests, I think if you are bringing something for the party, if it's something that we need, so if it's something like plates or utensils or something, don't be late. Like, if we're waiting on plates and utensils, don't show up 2 hours late. And then,
That's crazy.
yeah,
The
I don't know if you know
potlucks.
about. But yeah, if you're bringing something important, don't be late. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like I haven't had many issues with hosting, honestly. Well, we hope everyone has had a good Thanksgiving and that you guys are looking forward to the rest of the holidays. And before we close out, Ananya is going to close with a quote from William Faulkner.
We have all known the long loneliness, and we have learned that the only solution is love, and that love comes with community.
Bye, y'all.
Bye.